Coach, I know things didn't go how you wanted today, but what you think about your guys and the way they kept fighting even there in the bottom of the ninth?
Really proud of the way they kept playing. Thought throughout the whole weekend did a good job of trying to keep playing no matter what happened. Tip your hat to Texas. They did a great job. I thought Henley settled in there and really pitched well after the first couple innings. Really mixed, and their guys out of the bullpen threw the ball well, and then obviously Clemens and Zubia. Those guys had some big swings for them, and it's baseball though. I mean, those guys are good baseball players. They got a good team. They earn the right to win.
Coach, is it easy for you to kind of balance that emotion of, if there is any, on senior day?
Oh, it's really hard. Like when they start talking, you go out there and you see their parents. It's always a little bit of a struggle because you start reflecting a little bit back on all, some moments you had with those guys, and always reflect a little bit about, at the time they decided to come here. And seeing those parents is really special because they put their trust in you for take care of their kids for 3 or 4 years, and but usually then you have a little time there before the game. And really, I thought the seniors, did a good job of handling it too.
You were going to pitch hit McMillan there in the eighth, I guess it was, and then you end up going with Clay. What was kind of that decision process right there?
Well, when Robinson was in the game, it was a really good matchup for John. And then when they go left-hand, it's not such a good matchup. And so, it's good to see Clay get back there. I mean, he's had the pulled hammy since we left Kansas. Probably, I don't know that you really had to have him on the roster for the weekend, but we did, to have the right-handed bat, and really didn't want him to have to catch. But he's been feeling like he's getting close, and probably sure don't want him to catch 9 innings right off the bat.
Right.
But 1 or 2 was good, and I thought he did a good job.
What are your thoughts on Ryan Shetter?
I think we learned something about Ryan. I mean, we've had him right where we thought we needed him, either pitching in the midweek or pitching out the bullpen. Ryan's got really good stuff, really good mix. And he got it to Harpino. He would have liked to get, maybe a couple more out of him. And he got us off to a decent start. All of these guys, if they execute pitches, they're going to be just fine. And that's right where he is.
Is there some sort of fluidity when it comes to that Sunday starter for kind of the rest of the regular season, or is there kind of a game plan going forward?
Well, you're really talking about DBU Tuesday, and we're going to start McMillan then, and which was really the plan going into today. He either got it today or on Tuesday. Need him to keep developing, and then really got finals. I don't know if you're aware of that. Go to Stillwater on a Thursday, and I'm sure we'll want to run John back out there based on what we just saw today. But make no bones about it. I mean, it's we as a staff are responsible, for how we played today. I mean, there were some moments today where maybe overmanaged or undermanaged, and I told them, you take full responsibility for winning and losing.
What else did you say to them kind of post-game? You tried to give them the best opportunity to win this game, and it just didn't fall y'all's way.
Yeah, it's really between staff and them, and but really you're right. I mean, what you just said was, as bad as we played on some sides of it, you're one swing away from winning the baseball game, and with the right guy up there, with one of the right guys up there. Really felt good about Josh and Grant at that point in the day. I think Grant really, he squared the ball up. And got us, where we got the tying run on base. So.
Midweek game against DBU, kind of helpful that it's a team that you've seen already this season.
Does it help?
Yeah.
Well, it's really right now. Again, you're talking about midweek game Tuesday, and then finals. And these guys usually get a day on Monday, go to school, and get their legs under them. And you're really talking about 3 weeks from now is when postseason starts, and that's really what I'd like to see us start gearing towards.
How's Cam. I know he kind of fell awkwardly there, and it looked like he might have had a shoulder, something going on.
Yeah, Cam's had shoulder stuff, and I think that's okay to say. And he said it kind of bugged him there for a second, and it was fine.
Back to the seniors, what are you going to miss the most about this specific group?
What am I going to miss the most? Well, hopefully I don't miss them for a while. Hopefully we're talking about July as far as missing them. I think all of them are really great teammates. They hadn't all had great, big roles, but they've been great teammates. They've tried to fill their role. They've shown up every day. They've been good students for the most part, and they've represented our program the way we'd want it represented.
Coach, you've been talking about executing pitches and doing a better job of that here the last week or two. Where do you feel like you guys are at as a staff right now?
Where do you feel like we're at?
Probably middle of the road.
Yeah, it's going to have to get better.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at the teams that win late, you're getting quality starts. And what I do believe is we have the guys that can give them to us. And so it's just a matter of getting those guys going and getting them through it and getting them to execute pitches. And good thing is we've got a little time other than DBU, got a little time to make that happen. And we've got, again, if we're guilty of trusting these guys too much, we're guilty of it. But we're going to do everything we can to get them ready to go. And today's definitely this game will humble you in a hurry, and we got to humble a little bit this weekend.
Michael, how easy or hard is it to kind of compartmentalize the emotions on your senior day?
We still get to play 5 or 6 more games here. There's no doubt about that. And, it's tough because you look at the guys you've played with for such a long time and things like that. But at the same time, I know I have 5 or 6 more games here, and I'm looking forward to that.
How much does Tadlock kind of mean to you, especially on a day like senior day and your whole family being out there?
He's like another dad to me. He's been in my life since I was a junior in high school, talking to me, recruited me. He's always been there for me. So it's one of those things that you're with him every day, so you get a pretty close bond. And I think he's that way with a lot of guys on the team, and he's pretty easy to talk to, so that's always nice.
How frustrating is it? Tadlock trying to get you guys in the best position to win this game, and it just doesn't fall your way today?
It's tough, but that's why you play every day. And I'm happy about what we did today, and I thought we played well. Some things didn't fall our way, and that's always tough, but we're still competing and fighting.
You said a game like this humbles you guys. Would you agree with that?
I would say so. I mean, you kind of get there, you get the lead, you lose it, you go get it back, you lose it again, but you keep playing all 9 innings, and you kind of just look at where you're at, and everything can get a little bit better.
When you have a midweek game against a team, Dallas Baptist, you've seen them already this season, does that help you all in any way with that short turnaround?
I think so. I mean, midweeks can be tough. You could sweep a series, and a midweek gets even tougher. You can lose a series, and it can still be tough. But I think you go into it and looking to get better and find out ways to win and try to get everybody going again. So.